Some context, before I get into the actual experiences. There's some important context I need to get out of the way. I work part-time as a cleaner at a clothing outlet. The actual building is huge, but only about 40% is the floor where we sell clothes and such. The remainder of the building is office space, and this huge warehouse. Most of my co-workers have stating having experiences when walking into the warehouse portion of the building, which is kept dark most of the time, as when I come in. Everyone who works back there has usually gone home. The important part of this warehouse is that after walking into the warehouse past this metal gate, to the immediate left is the building's custom embroidery station. To the right are two industrial dumpsters, and in front of the gate, separated by a portion of warehouse, is a long hallway containing the offices and employee bathrooms. This hallway is always kept lit up, and goes all the way to the back of the main warehouse. The encounter. Anyways, the actual encounter that I wanted to talk about. It was the middle of my shift, and I was going to the employee bathrooms cause I didn't want to hold up the ones on the actual floor. I walked to that long hallway I mentioned, and looked down into the dark warehouse, which is only partially illuminated on the other end by the light from another hallway. That's when I see it. There are racks full of clothes at the other end. I myself am about 5'9", and these racks are about a head and a half taller than me, so I'd put them at about 6'0", 6'2" in height. There is something standing barely illuminated at the end of that hall, poking what must be its head above the racks. It's like when you see a shadow moving out of the corner of your eye, but instead I was looking dead at it. Its head was amorphous, a blurry shape, but it was easily taller than these racks when I immediately see it pull back an arm from beside the rack and duck away out of sight without a sound. Two of my co-workers, one of which being brand new, and the other being my manager, both reported having an experience exactly like this, seeing something duck away out of sight. There are plenty more experiences I've had in this back warehouse, but this is the one that's been nagging me. Is anyone familiar with what this could be? This same building's been a clothing outlet since way before I got my job, easily since a few years before 2000. All of us employees who've encountered this specific thing have just been calling it the ghost.